This one is short, and that is exactly the point. Concatenation of array will not challenge your algorithm knowledge, but it is a perfect place to slow down and think carefully about index mapping, the skill that quietly underlies almost every array problem you will ever face. You get an integer array nums with length n. You need to return a new array of length 2n, where the first half matches nums exactly, and the second half is nums again. In plain terms, the answer is just nums glued to a copy of itself. Simple to describe, but let's build it carefully anyway. The cleanest way to think about this is index mapping. For every index, I, in the original array, that value belongs in two places in the result, at position I and at position I plus n. Every element gets written twice, once for each half. Let's build that manually first before reaching for any shortcuts. We store the length as n, then create an empty result array of size 2n, filled with zeros as a placeholder. Then, for every index I in nums, we write that value into position I, and again into position I plus n. By the end of the loop, both halves are fully populated. With 1, 2, 1 as our input, watch each value land in two spots. The first one goes to position 0 and position 3. The 2 goes to position 1 and position 4. The last one goes to position 2 and position 5. By the end, the result reads 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, exactly the original array followed by itself. Here is the twist. Both approaches run in linear time and use linear space, so this is not a speed upgrade. What changes is correctness risk. Every manual index calculation is a chance to introduce an off by one bug. Python already knows how to concatenate two lists, so let it handle that bookkeeping for you. Once you understand exactly what the manual version was doing, this line should feel obvious rather than like a trick. Python lists support concatenation with the plus operator, and nums plus nums produces precisely the doubled array we built by hand a moment ago. Same result, zero index arithmetic to get wrong. With 1, 2, 1 as input, the plus operator lays down the first copy of the array, 1, 2, 1, then immediately appends a second copy right after it, giving 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. 6 elements total, exactly double the length of the input and matching what we traced by hand earlier. Thinking in terms of where each element belongs, rather than just looping blindly, is a habit that pays off on much harder problems later. Next episode, we move into medium territory with group anagrams, where we group strings by a shared sorted key. Subscribe so you do not miss it. See you in the next one.